Namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna. Enlightening text 19 and text 20 of chapter 6.Purusa-Sukta confirmed of second Canto, the cosmic manifestation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 19. Padeshu sarva bhutani pumsaha sthiti pado viduha amrutam kshemam bhayam trimurdhano adhayi murdhasu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is to be known as the supreme reservoir of all material opulences by the one-fourth of his energy in which all the living entities exist. Deathlessness, fearlessness and freedom from the anxiety of old age and disease exist in the kingdom of God, which is beyond the three higher planetary systems and beyond the material coverings. Out of the total manifestations of the Sandhini energy of the Lord, one-fourth is displayed in the material world and three-fourths are displayed in the spiritual world. The Lord's energy is divided into three component parts, namely Sandhini, Samvit and Hladini energy. In other words, He is the full manifestation of existence, knowledge and bliss. In the material world, such a sense of existence, knowledge and pleasure is meagerly exhibited, and all living entities who are minute parts and parcels of the Lord are eligible to relish such consciousness of existence, knowledge and bliss very minutely in the liberated stage, whereas in the conditioned state of material existence, they can hardly appreciate what is the factual, existential, cognizable and pure happiness of life. The liberated souls who exist in far greater numerical strength than those souls in the material world can factually experience the potency of the given mentioned Sandhini, Samvit and Hladini energies of the Lord in the matter of deathlessness, fearlessness and freedom from old age and disease. In the material world, the planetary systems are arranged in three spheres called Trilok or Swarga, Martya and Patal, and all of them constitute only one-fourth of the total Sandhini energy. Beyond that is the spiritual sky, where the Vaikuntha planets exist beyond the coverings of 7 material strata. In none of the Trilok planetary systems can one experience the status of immortality, full knowledge and full bliss. The upper 3 planetary systems are called Satvika planets because they provide facilities for a long duration of life and relative freedom from disease and old age, as well as a sense of fearlessness. The great sages and saints are promoted beyond the heavenly planets to Maharlok, but that also is not the place of complete fearlessness, because at the end of one kalpa the Maharlok is annihilated and the inhabitants have to transfer themselves to still higher planets. Yet even on these planets, no one is immune to death. There may be a comparative extension of life, expansion of knowledge and sense of full bliss, but factual deathlessness, fearlessness and freedom from old age, diseases etc. are possible only beyond the material spheres of the coverings of the material sky. Such things are situated on the head. Adhai Murdhasu. Text 20. Padastrayo Vahisha Chasanna Prajanam Ya Ashramaha Antastrilokyas Tvaparo Gruhamedho Abruhat Vrataho. The spiritual world, which consists of three-fourths of the Lord's energy, is situated beyond this material world, and it is especially meant for those who will never be reborn. Others who are attached to family life and who do not strictly follow celibacy vows must live within the 3 material worlds. The climax of the system of Varnashrama Dharma or Sanatana Dharma is clearly explained here in this particular verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. The highest benefit that can be awarded to a human being is to train him to be detached from sex life, particularly because it is only due to sex indulgence that the conditioned life of material existence continues birth after birth. Human civilization in which there is no control of sex life is a fourth-class civilization, because in such an atmosphere there is no liberation of the soul encaged in the material body. Birth, death, old age and disease are related to the material body and they have nothing to do with the spirit soul. But as long as the bodily attachment for sensual enjoyment is encouraged, the individual spirit soul is forced to continue the repetition of birth and death on account of the material body, which is compared to garments subjected to the law of deterioration. In order to award the highest benefit of human life, the Varnashrama system trains the follower to adopt the vow of celibacy beginning from the order of Brahmachari. The Brahmachari life is for students who are educated to follow strictly the vow of celibacy. Youngsters who have had no taste of sex life can easily follow the vow of celibacy, and once fixed in the principles of such a life, can very easily continue to the highest perfectional state, attaining the kingdom of the three-fourths energy of the Lord. It is already explained that in the cosmos of three-fourths energy of the Lord, there is neither death nor fear, and one is full of the blissful life of happiness and knowledge. A householder attached to family life can easily give up such a life of sex indulgence if he has been trained in the principles of the life of a brahmachari. A householder is recommended to quit home at the end of 50 years, pancha shordhvam, vanam vraje, and live a life in the forest, thus being fully detached from family affection. He may accept the order of renunciation as a sannyasi, fully engaged in the service of the Lord. Any form of religious principles in which the followers are trained to pursue the vow of celibacy is good for the human being, because only those who are trained in that way can end the miserable life of material existence. The principles of Nirvana, as recommended by Lord Buddha, are also meant for ending the miserable life of material existence. And in this process, in the highest degree, which is recommended here in the Srimad Bhagavatam, with clear perception of ideal perfection, although basically there is no difference between the process of Buddhists, Shankarites and Vaishnavites. For promotion to the highest status of perfection, namely freedom from birth and death, anxiety and fearfulness, not one of these processes allows the follower to break the vow of celibacy. The householders and persons who have deliberately broken the vow of celibacy cannot enter into the kingdom of deathlessness. The pious householders or the fallen yogis or the fallen transcendentalists can be promoted to the higher planets within the material world, one-fourth of the energy of the Lord, but they will fail to enter into the kingdom of deathlessness. Abruhat Vratas are those who have broken the vow of celibacy. The Vanaprasthas are those retired from family life, and the sannyasis or the renowned persons cannot break the vow of celibacy if they want success in the process. The brahmacharis, vanaprasthas and sannyasis do not intend to take rebirth or pressure, nor are they meant for secretly indulging in sex life. Such a fall down by the spiritualist may be compensated by another chance for human life in good families of learned brahmanas or of rich merchants for another term of elevation, but the best thing is to attain the highest stage of deathlessness as soon as the human form of life is attained. Otherwise, the whole policy of human life will prove to be a total failure. Lord Chaitanya was very strict in advising his followers in this matter of celibacy. One of his personal attendants, Chota Haridas, was severely punished by Lord Chaitanya because of his failure to observe the vow of celibacy. For the transcendentalist, therefore, who at all wants to be promoted to the kingdom beyond material miseries, it is worse than suicide to deliberately indulge in sex life, especially in the renounced order of life. Sex life in the renounced order of life is the most perverted form of religious life, and such a misguided man can only be saved if, by chance, he meets a pure devotee. Hare Krishna.